All my records like this got stolen. Somebody stole my record bag. You get all these rarities that they only make like 2,000, 3,000. Went back to a after party and they randomly stole my bag. It's the records, it's not really the money, it's the records that are irreplaceable.
Hello, we're Orbital and we're doing Digging in the Crates.
Look at this! Vinyl City.
We've got to have a bit of Kate Bush. It was never my favourite album, but it's become one of them now. The whole two-tone thing going on, it's quite scarry. It sounds a little bit like Madness. It could be Madness in doing the music in the background some of the time. It's quite ska and piano-led. But it's an unusual album, but a really good one. No, Kate Bush, one of my favourite all-time singers. Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield, being an album that was like a sort of concept album, one track, one side. There's something about like this crazy sort of introduction bits and the whole kind of prog rock kind of folky feel of it that just, you know, it was like a story in music, and it just really got into my head that well, I was 6. I can see Brian Eno over here. I think you had that first, didn't you? And then introduced me to that, and I spent many a post-clubbing experience lying down on my bed floating away to music for airports. The word ambient, he's owned that word ever since, and no one's come close, I don't think. The first successful dance music album ever made, I think. The first kind of actual sort of house music album that I found anyway, that really worked for me. That was such a brilliant album. Because the man in the local record shop who had it, I said, what's that like? He's got, crap mate, don't buy that.
Julia Boyzone, they were good ones as well. This is all like quite reminiscent, but that was, yeah, so it's all about labels really, when it back in those days. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, when was that? Look at that. Lost in Space, this was like this is my all-time favourite. I'm about this age.
That was a really big programme when I was born, when I was really, really young. I remember that in our first house.
This is Will Robinson. I wanted to be him. This is mates of ours that we just did a party. I just did a party for them up in Bristol. I've got to buy that, either for them or for you, Paul. We didn't.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I can't even remember that.
This one, R&S. Now this makes. I pulled that one out because we had a track out on R&S, but we had to do it under different guise because we were used, you know, like we were signed to another record label, and so there was 3 of us, and there was a program. I don't know where we get it. It was an American program called the Golden Girls, and it was all these old ladies, and it was such a macho label. I thought, oh, Paul, we got to call it the Golden. We got to call ourselves the Golden Girls because Renat, isn't it? Renat, that was the. Renat, it was all like macho techno, like that. Like, oh, let's see if he still wants it when we tell him we've called the Golden Girls, and he did because it's a good tune. So that made me laugh because it took me back there.